I mean, I didn't felt really as I would come home here.
Okay.
I mean, it was like when I moved from the Netherlands to the UK. I mean, this was, and then 4 years later I moved from the UK to Munich. So Munich was for me not much closer than London when I moved to London. I mean, it's probably also, it has to do with age. I mean, I've been mid-30, and then you're probably you more see the challenges of a new country. You know, you don't see the potential problems or the difficulties you might have if you go to another country. You know, you have to learn the language, you have to understand the system, the bureaucracy, everything is different, you know, you have to organize everything new. I mean, a lot of all these little problems you have to solve. But probably, I mean, at the age of 35, you think, oh, everything is manageable, and a new country, it's a new challenge. You know, it's so many new things you can experience there, you can learn there. You know, it's like you benefit a lot if you go to another country. I mean, this was at least for me. You know.
Yeah.
When someone asks you where do you come from, would you say Germany, or do you specify East Germany?
No, yeah, usually first I say Germany, but then if I get a little bit closer to people, talk about life, or so, then I say I come from the East. It also depends on where.
Would
so in Israel, it's always good if you say, oh, I'm from the East, you know, from a socialist country. And then they said, oh yeah, our country also was one socialist. You know, when I've been to the Netherlands and to the UK, I knew that there is not the country which I left. It's not there anymore. So I cannot return to this country. Mm-hmm. You know, it was gone. So when I visited occasionally Berlin, my parents, I mean, every 3 months looked completely different. You know, the shops were closed. You know, they put new shops in. They knocked down the old houses. You know, they built new department stores. The bus, everything changed. You know, every month new bus lines. The old were taken away. So it was a very rapid development. You know, it's like probably in another country the development that you have maybe within 50 years, there happened within 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was for a normal person, it's quite a very rapid development. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of maybe for a lot of people in East Germany in general, the elder ones, you know, for them it was too fast, you know, everything changed, you know? Yeah. The whole system changed, you know. And that's I don't. And this idea of being countryless, I think that's probably also relevant for people who went from East Germany to West Germany right away. I mean, I have 2 or 3 friends with whom I went to school or studied, and they left East Germany earlier because for political reasons, or they wanted to have freedom. You know, so they left East Germany, you know, with a lot of bureaucratic puzzles, you know, to apply, and you know, police were making a lot of trouble. But okay, finally, after half a year, they were allowed to leave the country. You know, with 24 hours notice, mm-hmm. They were told you can take 1 suitcase, put all your belongings in, and in 24 hours you have to be at the border checkpoint. Goodbye, never come back, please. You know, this was the story of many East Germans, which said, I don't want to live in East Germany anymore because I want to see the world. And I mean, some of them, I could say they have, they maybe still feel homeless also in the West.
To today.
Yeah. Or they don't feel more at home than me. I mean, also this was virtually the country where they wanted to go, so they came right from East Germany to West Germany, and they were in West Germany officially accepted as refugees, so they get economic benefits and they got support and so on and so on. But I mean, I think also they feel a little bit that they lost their home country. I have to say, the things that were really valuable, they survived all.
Like
music, literature, writers, arts, it survived. Good museums in East Berlin, I mean, sometimes with things like architecture, of course, sometimes they destroyed things from the East, which I think should have been kept. Not everything, but I mean, this is this normal human destiny. You know, if you ask somebody who lived all his life here in Munich since 60 or 70 years, I mean, they also tell you, you know, there was this nice building that they knocked down 20 years ago, and people are still frustrated. So it has nothing to do with staying on one place or moving somewhere else. I mean, I cannot say that. I mean, if I go to Berlin, of course, I like to go to the Alexanderplatz or to the Museum Island. You know, of course, I like to go there, but it's the same as I go to London. I mean, I like to go to the Royal Albert Museum or to the Leicester Square. I mean, I consider it attractive, and I feel very close to these places as well. So, I mean, probably what is your questions a little bit, if home or Heimat also is something very static. I mean, it's different. The young generation, of course, it's more open, more international, educated and grown up than the old ones. You know? I mean, the elder generation, they know other countries from holidays, you know, because they like to travel so much. So they know Turkey because they go there for beach holidays. I mean, the young people are very different. The young people, they always want to spend a limited time of their youth, like for 1 year, in exchange programs. So they are more ready, you know, to share with other people parts of their life. The older generation is more, you know, we go somewhere as observers or as, you know, like consumers. You know, we consume the nice beach and the warm sun and the good food, and then, you know, then we go back. I mean, the young generations is different. I mean, they are keen on learning different languages. Maybe trying to work really for limited time abroad, and I think this is the best.
How would you say that the fear of terrorism? Do you see it as a really big threat? Because, like, some people are even fearing the religious tradition.
I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I still think that this fear in Germany is still not very widespread. If you compare it to other countries. I mean, as I said, I've been to Israel. Of course, there's always security measures everywhere, and it's virtually an inherent fear of bomb attacks. Or, I mean, even in the UK or France, you know, you have much more security measures. Yeah. I mean, here in Germany, you can enter every building, you know, all the public buildings like universities, institutes, schools, kindergarten, nobody checks if you are eligible to enter, you know. But I mean, for us, it's still normal. There is not much fear, you know. if you look for, I mean, the UK cannot just enter an institute or university. You know, you always have entrance controls. Yeah. Schools, there always gates. I mean, in Germany, it's still not. There's still not much paranoia of terrorists, honestly.
And coming back to a question that we were speaking, why, like, you can say that, okay, Germany is like the chosen country of Europe by the immigrants, the refugees, now at least for now. And would you say it's like it's economically, is it social, because you have already lots of Turkish and people from elsewhere? Maybe it's the country is more open to refugees.
I mean, I think it's mainly economic and also sort of legal, administratively, because I mean that's for sure that foreigners, say in particular from Eastern, from Asian countries, I mean they are much easier integrated, for instance, in the United Kingdom or in France. There's no doubt, because there's a much longer history, you know, of living together with immigrants from India, from Pakistan, from Sudan or so. I mean, I think the social relationships between the native people and the immigrants would be in other countries easier than in Germany. But I mean, in Germany, it's just the system makes it easier for the foreigners to come here, and of course they also see that there are good economic possibilities. Yeah? I mean, in France, UK, it's not so many open jobs, but in Germany we always hope that the industry creates more and more jobs which foreigners could easily fill, you know, and the immigrants. There's a little bit. It's a pity, but it's probably also normal human nature that they don't come here to learn the German culture, or to learn German, read, or to visit the cities, or to go to the German theater or to the opera. I mean, that's not the reason why they come from it. It's a little bit a pity, I think. I think they would feel happier if they would trying to discover that there's also some culture in Germany, you know. I think it's always good. I think wherever you go, you know, you should try to go there for entertainment where the local people go, you know. Yeah. I think you always discover interesting new things, you know. I mean, I'm not a big sports person, you know, but once I went to Japan and I said, oh, I mean, there's this sumo fighting, you know. Also, I have no clue about sports. I mean, I never go to football in Germany. I said, oh, let's go to the sumo, you know. This we had the Japanese, you know, in 10,000s they go there, and they got so excited about it. And, you know, it's very good, you know, to feel more integrated. Or, you know, in the UK, you probably have to go to rugby, you know, even if you don't understand, don't have any clue what is this game about, but you know, this where the British go and where they got very excited. You know. And in Brazil, you have to go to the carnival, you know. I mean, it might be a stereotype. Maybe not a lot of Brazilian people go to the carnival, but you know, I think as a foreigner, you should go there, you know, to just learn a little bit the mentality of the ordinary people, you know. I mean, I would not probably. I don't know. Would first go to this, you know, this basic entertainment, this basic culture, before I try to learn, you know, the high culture, you know, the theater and the famous, you know, Nobel award novels, you know, you know. Hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that. I mean, Munich is a good example. They are quite there about I think 15% of foreigners in Munich, which came here in the 70s and in the 80s, and they had a good policy here to provide them accommodation spread around, so they didn't build these like ghetto-like structure, like in Berlin. So the foreigners that live here virtually door to door to Germans, and this was also very good because this integration or acceptance between different people and learning each other, it's much easier. Mm-hmm. And I hope that this will be done in whole Germany like this. That these immigrants they will be quickly sort of integrated into society, maintain their culture, but without building such a close communities.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the German culture might shift?
Might shift?
The German culture might shift, so change.
Yeah, I think it can only develop and benefit from it. It also benefited from this reunification. There came a lot of influence from the East. In the East there was also a lot of East German, East European culture, literature from the East, music, theatre. It all came. There was a lot of cultural influence. Music from the Balkan and literature and arts from Russia. So I think it was good. It sort of enriched the local culture here.
Yeah, because culture is not at all static, and it's always like.
If it's static, then you have a depression or regression, and then after a while it's no culture anymore.
Yeah. It's like folklore.
It's folklore, yeah. It's like the Oktoberfest, Of course, you cannot expect that at the Oktoberfest you will have, for instance, I don't know what to say. Say belly dancing also. At Oktoberfest probably not.
I'm thinking like Brazil culture.
But this is also, this is folklore. It is intended to stay like it was 100 or 200 years ago.
But I'm pretty sure that, for example, even in the Oktoberfest they sell now crepes.
Crepes, yeah.
And crepes isn't German, it's French, so that's, and they also, I don't know, but they probably have already like some kebab or some...
Kebab, I don't know. They have champagne, they have a tent, they have a tent for gay people, they have a gay tent, with
one of these days I heard a great big discussion about where does raclette comes from.
What? Raclette?
Swiss is German, is French. They were like, no, it's not.
It's Swiss.
You have French Switzerland.
There are always these jokes that the Swiss they invent stuff and then it's claimed by other countries. There's this TV advert for type of candies. How they call it? Ricola. They're called Ricola. These are candies. They're very popular. And so they say that I don't know. Somebody from Spain said, "Oh, we have this Spanish Ricola," and then there comes some French, they dressed like this mountain farmer. They make pressure. These are ours.